Buck Window, welcome back. Platinum Legend, welcome back. Buck, thank you for the Prime sub. Kaiser, thank you for the 9 months, 20 hours ago. Millennial Falcon, welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, Phantom. Welcome back, Skelly Man, Sim and Kitty. Meowdy, everyone. First time catching a stream? Yeah, usually we do, well, about half the time. About half the time we do gold stake speed runs. It's not necessarily super interactive the whole time. Sometimes you gotta lock in. But we're just chilling today. Welcome. Splatter, welcome back. 26 months from Splatter. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. Time does fly. Chill maxing, yeah. Ain't no one can chill like the doc can chill. So some days Doc got no chill. Why don't we do endless anymore? I don't know. I guess what is there to do that we haven't already done? That's it. That's the main thing. There was a time we used to speedrun Naninf. That was exciting for a little while. And then other people did it for a little while. Some people still doing it, the Naninf speedruns. Kai, the new world record holder, by the way, if you haven't already heard. Hope with the Rye 8? Rye 8. Thank you for the 8 months of Prime, coincidentally. Walking the dog right now? Surrounded by trees and birds? That sounds delightful. I would go for a walk, but it's wet outside. It's not raining right now, but it was raining last night. Big thunderstorm. Very loud, actually. Louder thunder than typical. Yeah, soggy outside. Ollie, why don't you pick a deck? Thunderstorms all week in Austin. Bummer. Drizzle. It's time. Classic Zodiac deck? Alright, if you ask for it. Drizzle, thank you for the 26 months of being awesome and all of the time being awesome before that and all of the future time of being awesome. Whether you're with us or just kind of being awesome out in the wild. Wingcap, when am I going to have your 26 months? Maybe it's like delayed by a couple minutes or something like that. It's not like on the hour, maybe. Butter, bread, cheese. Thank you for the $15 for the Trevor Project. The drizzle will be with us forever. Inescapable. Eternal. Vampire. There might be a decent because you pay in 6-month increments. Oh, that could be. Ignore the timer. I could turn it off, or I could just tell you to ignore it. What up, Fuka? Fuka, how's your day going? Look at that. Bang. What's the plan today? Just normal gold stake Balatro. Well, normal enough. We could do some goofy stuff. Like, do you take this mail-in rebate from the first shop? Probably. It's not entirely without risk. But probably you take it. A little bit stinky we can't take the Mars card. What is normal? I don't know. That's fair. Maybe we don't need these diamonds. Actually, queens and aces pretty good 2-pair. We could play the 2-pair. If we do, we maybe throw away the diamond. If we keep the 9 and 8, we can't get a 10, can we? So probably we don't get the hearts. I guess, do we care more about the ability to get a straight or the ability to get a flush? I guess clubs are vaguely possible. Maybe something like that. Okay. So it could be, I guess, if you do 9s and 6s, then the clubs flush is very possible. That seems real. Drizzle got to finish off the Umumusume runs. Good luck. Drop the 4 here. Get the flush. I don't have handy on. That's okay. It's your boy. Alright, hear me out. We take the hiker, okay? And then we go Jupiter. We get the combo. I mean, the correct thing to do is you take Blue Joker here. But it can happen. Rebate on 9s. Boss is diamond. So maybe 5 and 4 of clubs, we can hang them. Maybe. Jupiter makes you stupider. Honestly valid. Honestly true and real. You know what Zeno would do? Zeno would open this standard pack. If Zeno's got rebate, Zeno's open every pack. I've seen him. Can we move Doc up so that he covers the timer so that we're not distracted by the timer? Okay, do you just want to move up or do we want to increase our size? Rebate is basically infinite money. Might as well go down to 0 every time. Girthy? Okay. We could do girthy. Okay. No, I got it. I understand the vision now. Okay. Here's what I can do for you. Here's what I can do. We take this. Okay. Is it this button? Okay. And then you wanted to cover the timer. Okay. Is it okay if you want to be squirt? We could be a little bit squirt, I guess. A little bit like that. Okay, I think that covers the timer even better. Okay. Maybe it needs to be wider even. Okay, okay. How's that? I guess we could do just a little bit more there. You know, the way that the timer is moving in the background there, it looks like someone's shaking their spaceman. Kinda. Alright, how about that? Maybe a purple ace. Alright, so are we doing purple diamonds, I guess? Rebate on 9s? Okay. So the safe thing to do is you try to get the clubs as a flush. This is $5, but I think I play it. Better safe than pregnant. Alright, and then we follow up with spades, probably. Oh, the flush is leveled up. So if I play this pair of sevens, this doesn't win. Okay. Now it doesn't really matter what we play. Maybe I should just hold a pair in my hand. We didn't get the 9 anyway. I guess if we play the flush, that gets us the most hiker value, if that's something that we care about. Bummer. Did I not take the purple seal? I thought I did. Maybe I clicked the wrong button. Whoops. Clam Hat, thank you for the 3 months. Sweat, thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Okay. Could be Jupiter plus 6 cents. You missed Balatro Science. I mean, there's other people that do interesting science stuff. Doesn't have to be me every time. Rebate on 3s. Oh, we're gonna do... We wanted to do diamonds now? Alright. The diamonds are seemingly not working out. Maybe I should discard first in case we get a different 6. Yeah, do one of those. I don't think Ouija's the answer. What's the goal of this run? The goal of this run, like many other runs, is to win. That's not good. Alright. Pair of queens doesn't actually win here, right? Check it out. Yeah, Fable just like tearing up my chair. How about 4 or 5? Usually 4. Maybe I'm supposed to hit the diamonds? Just cat things. Okay. Wrathful Joker, or do we just hit the... This boss says, if I want the Tarot Tycoon, I gotta take the devil, right? This is fine. Okay. So, clubs may be possible. Maybe play the 2s. And then play the clubs. And then play the something else. That's not good. So... That's not good. Ace high flush. Stinky flushes. Didn't even win. Didn't even one shot. What a waste. Yeah, it's a little bit stinky that the hiker, you get the chips after. Bummer. You know what Crash would say? I do know what Crash would say. He would say hashtag all reliable. Yeah, we could go for the straight here. Could be. There you go. Chat plays anti-1. That would take forever. I mean, we could do a little of this though. We could rental Jimbo or greedy Joker. I would ask you, but I think no matter what you say, I'm gonna take this greedy Joker probably. There'll be some kind of decision point in the future. Presumably. Some kind of decision we can make in the future. There we go. Jack high flush. Why is he looking so wide? Alright. Free reroll, raised fist. I would ask you if we take the fist or not, but you probably tell me not to take it. I don't think we take throwback. All right. Jupiter or star or Arcana pack? 1, 2, or 3? We're not going to do a poll. Just put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. I guess none is an option. Seen a lot of, I want to say mostly 2s. Mostly 2s? All right. It's close, but mostly 2s. All right, in that case, we do 10s. Could be 10s and aces. As we all know, aces have no weakness. Ciao. Just got here and have no context. Welcome, hello. All right. The answer is yes. You don't get a say. All right. So probably we take Jupiter for a little bit of momentum, but then the boss decreased level, which maybe we don't love. Definitely we take Northern Lion. Maybe we take Buffoon Pack instead. Let's try it. Okay. Egg is in. Thing doubles $5. Look at that. Bang. Bust every time? Nah, we got greedy Joker. There's no way this can go wrong. Snap off a 2. There we go. Disaster strikes. We got the trading card. There's no way we can lose. Dang, we could get the runner. All right, Y or N? Runner? Y or N? Yes or no? If we take the runner, we're not getting the paintbrush. Agamemnon says yas. Aaron says yas. Gotta give Kai his flowers. Fair. Alright. Terwasik, thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back. We get lucky here for sure. No Emperor, that's not good. To-do list. So, I guess you could get out of the egg if you wanted to get out of the egg. That would be like a reasonable amount of money. Maybe you could get the paintbrush. But then we not have an egg. Bummer. Okay. This doesn't win. Ciao. Okay. So if we're gonna do the thing, I guess we could drop off a 6. Are we recording the next video? Nah, we're just chilling. Yeah, maybe a 6. Okay. So we could go for the 10. Possible. Not likely. Maybe you drop the 8s. Okay. Maybe you just get it. To-do list. Bang. Okay, so I probably want to do 10s and kings if we want to do the flush house. Something like that. Bang. You just hit. That's it. Alright. Ooh, bummer. You know what? I'm gonna take the Jupiter card. I should have taken Neptune. We could have had 2 Neptunes. I messed it up already. Lost your progress on mobile 10 times already? Well, then why do you keep doing it? Probably you're supposed to take the Red Seal. Red Seal does the most interesting thing. Could be a death card. Good way to lose a streak is distraction from the chat. That's true for me. I find it distracting. Other people find it not as distracting. That's what I heard. Hello, Sleepy. So this says flush house. I guess I don't really care about the full house. Maybe we snap off a 4 here. Maybe. Alright. Do I need the 7? Maybe I don't need the 7. There we go. Having the hand size is nice. So we could use death to make another 10. And then we have more 10s. I'm kind of into that idea. Then we, I guess, if we wanted to play the flush house, we could. So maybe we try this. Save the death card. All right. Probably don't need the 2 then. Okay, so I'm looking for... We could go for the straight. Or the runner. We could try to go for the flush house. Flush house is worth money, I guess. Sleepy has a suggestion. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sure. Okay. Do I want another king? Do I want another ace? Because we could do the kings, and we could do, instead of the flush house, we could do the straight flush. Possible. Hello, stupid. How do you feel about a straight? Or a flush house? I guess the straight gives us... Yips? We could play the challenges in the multiplayer mod. Yeah, maybe another time. I wanted to play some Vanilla Belacher today. Probably we go Arcana looking for a fool, I guess. Could be a death card, could be a Hermes. So the problem with death is it doesn't really help us make straight flushes. Dolly already hit $1,000 dues. Oh, is there some kind of donation incentive? Sweet. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to hop over there and send some love, make sure you do that. Jared, anything for the 23 months? So, alright. Tell me 1, 2, or 3. Hermit, star, death. 1, 2, or 3. Seen a lot of 1s. Initially. Bummer. Hasty money? I don't know if you're supposed to eat the money. Alright. I'm taking the Neptune though. That's non-negotiable. If we take the Neptune, then hologram becomes harder. Put my money where my mouth is. Wait, is it this one? Is it? Sorry, I'm on the stream delay. It's got a delay. Is it right here? Is that where my mouth is? Yum. High card. 2 more rounds trading card. Yeah, this is fine. There's series. I guess we can do both. All right, snap off the straight. Thought I was gonna do this, didn't you? Bang. All right, now what? We can get another straight by dropping the jack. Okay. And then I guess a flush is possible. Uh-oh, that's not good. So I'm looking for a queen or diamonds here. This straight. With 3 diamonds? Hold on, let me think about it. It wins trust. Okay. That saves me, I don't have to calculate it. I don't have to think about it. EY. Huh. We are leaning away from the straight flush angle. It's getting away from us a little bit. I guess I do make another king. I think it can still work though. We could do gold ace, that's part of it. Hermie gives me 20 bucks. Alright. I still need to do something with the red seal, that's okay. We're doing the gay flushes now. I'm trying, though death makes it slightly awkward. Could be Midas Mask. I guess we got a bunch of lucky kings. I don't know if I want to do Midas Mask. Maybe Dusk is good with Greedy Joker. Maybe instead of this hologram. Maybe a hologram a little bit stinky. We'll make it work. We got a trading card, we can make it work. Alright. What about... Could be one of those. Alright, if we do this, we should probably make another queen or another jack. We could do queens, and then you can strengthen 10s into jacks. Could be like that. Alright. Not taking the flash card is a little bit surprising. I guess if I got leveled up straight flush and flush house, maybe it's not super important for me to do that, but I could see why you might have some concern. Could just be take the fingers, right? So I guess the gold seal is a little bit out of range, but it could be a purple seal. Maybe? And then Hermie here. And then strength. They scalp the trading card. I mean, we could try to get another one back. Below market value. Series just in case. Extra discard. Yeah, so now it might be maybe you take the extra discard instead of Greedy Joker, or is that like extra greedy? Maybe you take Extra discard instead of the free reroll. Maybe, I could see that. Should we do a prediction? Nah, we don't need to. Alright, let's look for some diamond. What does this look like? This could be you turn 110 into a queen. Or sorry, 110 into a jack, and then we win. We could discard all this if we want. We could turn... Yeah, maybe like this. So then that's a straight flush. There we go. There's purple. Alright. I'm down. Chariot. So we have extra jacks. We could save it for the red seal, but I think it's fine to use it here. Alright. Bang. The Drizzler's busy. No predictions right now. What kind of science? Nah, we're just chilling today. Could be extra hand size. This boss says 1 in 7 face down. I'm putting the Drizzler to work. They're working for me. They got homework to do. Is it time to drop the Juggler? Or time to drop Greedy Joker? Nah, too greedy. Priestess Emperor? Okay. So, this fool could be anything. Could even be another fool. We take those. No room for throwback. Doc would never read the YouTube chat. Correct. So 7 and 3 we can discard. We could go steal 10 first. We do have straight capabilities. Temperance is acceptable, I guess. I could play this, which doesn't have any diamonds, and that's kind of okay. We're okay with that. Alright. I can play this, which has a lot of diamonds. And maybe we're okay with that. Do I have... I guess I have more lucky cards in the deck. Maybe I want to dig for lucky cards. So... there we go. Gotta do the jack, and then the 9 is not necessary. A lot of chatters, but the doc is just one guy. Yes. Just one, that's me. Nanner? You probably want the Nanner instead of Greedy Joker, huh? You degenerates. Are we speedrunning? Does it feel like we are? I guess it's relative, right? Everyone plays at different speeds. This could be fast relative to someone else. I don't think I need the jack, but I do want another 10. We'll get it eventually. We'll never know. Ambiguous. Oh, I guess I forgot about the hologram. Should have taken something for the hologram. Flush house is not impossible. Okay. Alright. .5 speed? Oh, you're talking about like with the handy mod? How's it going? Hello, Lizard Wizard. Going great. Okay. So this is straight enough. Ciao. And then this wins. And then I didn't get the purple seal. Low-key forgot about it. We can double tap the kings. Hey, that's not good. She gone. She right out of there. All right. What are we doing? We're playing Gold Stake Balatro. Chilling today. Ace of Diamonds. Or... yeah, I guess Ace of Diamonds, that's within range. Rue, thank you for the Prime sub. I think we might be out of 8-ball range. Could be a certificate to go with the hologram. Idea. Okay. That's a flush. Okay. That's a straight, not a flush. Okay. Okay. I want to save the star for the red seal. I don't need this king. Plus 20? That's fine. We take those. Interesante. Alright. Side quest idea. 4 and 2, we can hang them. Dang. Wait. Side quest idea. Straight flushes with certificate is funky? Nah, we got the Fienders. We're unstoppable. Is this a straight? Bang. I guess we don't have to play diamonds. No 9. Bang. Alright, so 7, 10. We have 2 jacks. So one more jack, one more queen is possible. I could use my discards first, but I guess I do this. We can play the 7s. We could throw away the king here. We could play the 5 as a flush. Okay. Bang. Yeah, we play all kinds of games on this channel. Slay the Spire and Stardew Valley and Terraria soon. The hors d'oeuvres. You thinking what I'm thinking? You probably want me to get rid of the hiker, huh? He loses speed runs all the time. True. Truth nuke. Yeah, that guy's perishable. I guess we get rid of that guy. That's fair. Am I going to be playing in the Slay the Spire tournament coming up? Didn't they... what is it? Didn't Frost put out like an announcement video? Doesn't it show who's participating? I noticed in your videos, you're able to tell accurately how much your hands are going to score. Is that true? Is it accurate? Oh, that's a little bit too much. Missed out on a little bit of value. Yeah, 84, that's my last name. That's my father's name. JK. Fool for Hermie? Nah. Now this fool, I got a plan for you. Alright, I figured it out. We're not zooming today? Doesn't seem like we're zooming. Okay. Gold seal, ace. I want to discard this purple one. I want to not get boned by the boss. Maybe we don't have a choice. Maybe we get boned either way. Casio or Texas Instruments? TI. That's what I grew up with. I don't know if that's the best, that's just what I grew up with. Alright, 8 and 7, ka-chow. For the record, that was the plan the whole time. But you knew that. You knew he was gonna do that. I want to dig a little bit, I think. I can drop this 10. I need a 9 or... Yeah, the 3s we can hang them. So I need a 9 or a king. Of which we have a few, but not like infinitely many. Alright. That's a flush. Oh, and then that's a straight. I didn't have to play 5 cards. Oh well. Cool. Was rewatching your Jokerless Black Deck Gold Stake video. That's a blast from the past. Alright, how many hours do you think it played before getting that run? I don't know. At least 100? Well, like 80 runs? So maybe more than 80? I don't remember. It was so long ago. That's like 2 years ago. It was like all day, every day for a long time, though. Greater than a year, less than 2. Yeah. I wonder if we could do it in less tries now. Possible. Maybe we know better now. Okay, so I know what I want to do with my death card. Are we turning an 8 into a 9? I guess that's vaguely useful. And then we make a steal one. Saki Busky? Nah. Probably our last chance if blue seals get nerfed. I guess that's fair. The blue seal, that's a big part of it. July 8th video. Alright, so if I get the king here, this is already a straight flush. I don't need the 9. Sure. So, lucky 10, this wins. I guess I don't really need this ace. Any diamond works. Well, now we're getting in the territory of maybe too many points. Didn't get the death card. Bummer. Could be a blue seal 4, I guess. Blue seal 5, blue seal 2. I guess between the two of those we take a 5, but I don't think it super matters which one. Could take a 7 for the hologram. Purple 2 is probably fine. Okay. So that works. But then we miss out on the ability to use death. So I guess we'll do a little fishing. So gold seal ace, I don't need the king. There was a time where straights and blue seals was the main way to win gold stake. It was a way to win. We now know that it's not the best way to win, but it's definitely a good enough way to win. All right, if I have to copy something, probably I'm supposed to copy the blue one, and I don't think it matters which. Maybe you turn a 3 of diamonds into a 5, and then play some of this nonsense. Lossless streaks, gold stake win streaks. Yeah, very difficult for folks, even folks who play a lot. So if you think about like Vespa streaming all the time and Kirsten streaming all the time, even the gold stake speedrunner folks, Cinematic and Pugman, and the multiplayer folks who play all the time. Edsy plays all the time. Bean. Most people get up to like 10 or 15 and then they get greedy. And then they lose. If it's a more powerful seed, they're more likely to lose. So like, I don't know, some mail and rebate shenanigans. Rather than a truly difficult seed. Good night, kitty. Does restarting break the streak? Yes. Because if you just restart and only play the easy ones, does that really count? What do I want to turn? I want to turn like kings and queens into diamonds. That one's wild. I guess we can throw it away. I guess I could turn my blue seals into diamonds. That's possible. I want to play the lucky king, but I guess I don't need it that bad. I don't need this ace. Yeah, maybe what we could do is we could do one more queen, one more king. We don't have... Okay, well, this is not the best, but I think we do it anyway. Do something like that. Does the dock have an air fryer? Yes, I do. I didn't immediately jump on the fad, but my wife wanted one and now we have one. Is the dock bald? Nope. How's that a royal flush without an ace? Does it need to have an ace? Is that the rule? Yeah, we got 4 fingers. Has to have an ace. That's the rule. I wasn't familiar. Make a glass ace. Neptune. Bang. Can I ask how old you are? You can ask. Alright, discard purple. Sure. Older than Fuka? For sure. For sure older than Fuka. Son of a biscuit. Can I play high card without winning? I guess if I move the hologram, but nah. Star. Okay. 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 I really need to use the star on my queens, but maybe this is okay. Why do you say Fuka? That's one of our beloved community members, Fuka. There's a 9, okay. There's a seltzer. I guess my slots are full, so no seltzer. Bummer. There he is. That's Fuka right there. Could be red steel, and then we hang him. So like 6 and 5, we hang him. Our hand size is particularly chill. Okay. I can start with high card ace. 20k. Discard these. I need the queen. I maybe want to play the 3. Is that possible? Possible. Yeah, this run we gotta do a lot of thunking. Does Doc read both the Twitch and YouTube chat? Yes. But I don't respond to every chat. Because not every chat is interesting, frankly. He responds to messages like this one. Yep, Salvage, you got it. That's you. Hack World. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Quite frankly is your favorite chatter? Quite frankly is not here all the time. Skipped Nebula deck mentioned intentionally. Exactly. We don't talk about that one. No one wants to hear about that one. I guess we don't have a glass queen yet. But this one's... I guess we could do purple glass. Brain gets tired from thunking too much. I guess... What? Why you gotta do all this thunking? I guess I don't know what your day-to-day is like, but is there an option where you don't have to do as much thunking? Maybe it requires a little bit introspection. Okay. Can I get away with doing less thunking sometimes? Maybe certain parts of the day, certain contexts, maybe you could get away with less thunking. Does Doc watch anime? I don't got a lot of time to watch a lot of stuff, so I have watched some popular anime, but I don't like watch a lot of stuff. whether that's like anime or movies or shows or whatever. All right. Have you tried thunking locally? Yeah, maybe if you only thunk locally and not globally, then maybe that it uses up less thunking power, and so it's less thunking fatigue, maybe. Sleepy for real wants Gold Stake Plasma deck. Sleepy, that one is butt. But for you, I'll do it. All right. Neptune right here. Bang. Alright, what's the boss say? Boss says... beans. Well, that's rude. Okay. So I got those. I don't need this. I can throw away the 9. Maybe we don't need the runner. Get him. Get him with the hammers. What's your favorite deck? The purple one. I guess it's like kind of blue. It's kind of a dark purple. It's not. There are other purple decks. All right. Let's. Probably it's supposed to be full for Neptune because we're gonna go Blue Seal anyway. So I don't need that. I don't need these. Okay. This is a straight. Straight enough. Sorry, now we are at the point where the chat's moving a little fast. What about the art department? Sorry. 1 win away from getting gold stickers on all the decks. But you have to win gold stake black deck. Ah, that's the last one. Okay, so you just have to beat every deck 1 time. Gold stake black deck. Any tips, or is it reset simulator? I guess one option is get good. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, you know, as you're going up the stakes, okay, presumably you're getting some practice and then you're getting better at the game, and then eventually when you're good enough, then you can beat the higher stakes. Sometimes it's possible to have a lucky run, and it's possible to advance maybe before you're ready for it. Definitely, you know, 500 hours from now, if you're still playing 500 hours from now, you'll probably be better than you currently are. So maybe it's just like you just practice more, you just play more, and then you'll just vaguely get better at the game over time. Maybe don't rush it. Maybe that's the lesson. Is like, do you need to get the win like right now? Like maybe go back to yellow deck for 100 hours. Maybe work on getting some gold stickers before you complete all the decks. That's like part of it. That's an option. A little bit more practice, that's an option. Another option is, okay, yeah, you could just restart for a strong start. Part of having practice, though, is you might have a strong start, but not yet know how to close out the game. And so different people will have the same start, but then go different distances, I guess. If you want to know, like, okay, as you're restarting, looking for a good start, okay, you could ask the question, what is a good start? And maybe you get tired of restarting and you just want to play the game, and so you just lower your standards, right? So maybe a relatively easy restart condition is you look for the investment tag. That's the one that gives you the 25 bucks. That will give you the easiest time. And how long does it take? It takes like less than 2 minutes to get an investment tag. So maybe you do that. If you just want to play with like the training wheels on. Yeah, I guess it just comes down to like how much do you want to learn still? If you want to learn more, then do that. Learn more, practice more. Don't reset. Just play it out and see where it goes. But if it's not fun, then restart. As soon as it stops being fun, then play a different run. Alright. So... Okay. This is debuffed. Okay. We do have the 9, so we don't need that. We don't need the ace, probably. Most important part of any game is the having fun part. Yeah, a lot of people forget about that, I guess. Alright. I don't need the 9. I don't need either 9. 32 cards in the deck. Okay. So kings here, queens here. We have a 10 here that we can drop. In which stake do I have the most fun? I don't mind gold stake. So, I don't know, maybe it's that one. How about this? Royal Flush. 2 glass cards, couple steel cards. Good chow. Alright. Here's some advice for you. If you want to play straight flushes, I say this all the time, not necessarily that you should, but if you want to. Not saying you should, but if you want to, play straight flushes, get a trading card. That's part of it. It doesn't, you don't have to keep it forever, just trading card, 5 rounds, perishable, done. That's it. Alright, I believe Sleepy asked for Plasma deck. Nines and 5s, that actually does work. And then this boss debuffs my 9s and 5s. Regardless of build, trading card is a good time? Yeah. Not just powerful, but actually kind of fun. So, if you get Sly Joker plus a Devil in the first shop on the Plasma deck, is it possible to lose this run? Sly Joker's money, win in one shot. Okay, do we care what we turn into gold? Maybe. Could be aces or jacks. Alright, gold jack. Dang. Gift card plus Todd. 2 rentals. Sleepy lost a couple times because of Vessel. That's common on the Plasma deck. 1 out of 5 times you just get boned. Nothing you can do about it. Well, sometimes something you can do about it. But very often very tough. Do we take Todd? Todd is incredibly powerful. Do we care about vouchers this early? Do we care about this voucher this early? That's what the question is. Usually I prefer stacking up interest first. So maybe I don't take this. That's usually what I do, which means either that's correct or it doesn't matter. I've never been punished for not taking the voucher, right? Hamda, thank you for the Prime sub. Gift card there seems a little bit too expensive. Bang. So now we have Todd, which is incredibly powerful. We just have to get to the point where we are making enough money where we can offset the rental fee. Drizzle are making nuggies right now. Awesome. Power could be useful on the plasma deck. We've got a pair of threes. Pair of threes wins. So we can stone a 2, I think is fine. Dino Nuggies or nothing. The mainline brand Dino Nuggies, I don't actually like the breading on them. A little bit dry. But that's just like personal preference. Maybe you get a different brand. Orange box one. Comes in a box. Oh. Oh yeah. And it's got like grass and dinosaurs on it. Alright. Typically when I play Plasma Deck on Gold Stake, I say you can win with just chips most of the time. That's what I found to be the most consistent. So, you know, you have some chips joker, maybe you don't even have a chips joker. You try to do 2 pair. 2 pair is 20 chips per Uranus. You could try to play straights, it's 30 chips per. On Plasma Deck, because your chips turn into molt, if you have 50% more chips, that also turns into 50% more molt. So if we compare straights to the 2 pair, 30 instead of 20, then that's 4 times the points. 1 straight scores the same amount as 4 2 pair. 2 pair 4 times. Which is pretty powerful, but then there's this question of, can we actually get the Saturn cards? Can we actually draw the straights? Draw the straights, usually you can get 1 per round. Saturn cards, sometimes you don't get any for like 10 rounds. Rarely will I switch to molt. In order for you to win with molt, so like Blackboard or Hologram ×3, Card Shark ×3 or something like that, you need like 3 times molt jokers, or 2 times molt jokers and then 2 plus molt jokers, or 1 scaling times molt and then another times molt. So we can take this hologram speculatively, but then it does nothing unless we find another X molt. Otherwise, we just save our money. First hand is drawn face down. If we take the hologram, usually I don't take the early standard pack, so if you have rental, then we're below 25. So even though we have the hologram, we just save our money and go next. Eternal Matador, I don't think you should. Maybe you might, but I don't think you should. There's a pair of aces that should work. Look at that. How did he know? It's a mystery. Alright, so probably Mega Buffoon pack here. So in order for a hologram to work, we need another X molt joker, and then we need 2 jokers with scaling plus molt. That's a big ask. Huh. Alright, bad example. Start over. Sleepy wanted some Plasma Deck gameplay. We're gonna get him some Plasma Deck gameplay. Alright, here's something that you could do on the Plasma Deck that you can't do on any other deck. Double skip into the club. And then play the spades. Ka-chow. On Gold Stake on any other deck, probably you take 1 investment tag and not both. Fly Joker again? This guy. Go Buffoon pack first. Could be Walkie Talkie. That could be like a long term. I really like Walkie Talkie. I think it's fun. Maybe take both on painted deck. Astro, I agree. Yeah, painted deck. I think that's a unique realm where you could do it. Doc streaming on a Saturday? We stream every Saturday. What the heck? We stream most Saturday. Do you want a Baron? Probably not. Not as a perishable. 20 bucks, or do we want a Joker? I guess we just take the money. Now, 60 bucks, do we reroll? I think $6 is fine. I don't think you spend $7 on a reroll. I think we don't reroll here. Next shop, we can reroll twice. Could be a banner. Yeah, I guess. Negative skip? Never. Urglow, how dare you. Negative skip gives us a negative trading card. Huh. Interesante. Foiled again, I guess. That's tech. Could be a 4 here. Alright. $5 for a reroll. We could. Habsies, we don't need to. Uranus could be interested. Alright. Do we care about drawing the 4? Probably not. Just play the pair of jacks here. Alright. I'm gonna claim. I don't think the rest of this run is gonna be very educational. But we're gonna play it out. Are we taking racks? I guess I'm in a situation with the 4 where maybe I don't want the rock. Maybe I'm in a situation where I don't feel that I need the gold card. Maybe with trading card we just pass on all this. So the 4, we could make it gold instead of lucky. I think I prefer lucky. I think I will go gold 4 though. And then what did we have earlier? We had clubs, so we could make clubs, I guess. Maybe do something like this. Do the clubs. Maybe I'm supposed to go gold 10 or something like that. $5 for a reroll here? Nah, we won't be able to buy anything. So I don't need this 2. But we can play the 10 high straight. Plasma mid-game can be tricky. Yes, can be. Cartomancer. Also on Tarot Merchant on Plasma. Yeah, I mean, I buy Tarot Merchant on every deck, every time. So on Plasma, sure. Alright, let's go 4 of a kind. So when we're playing on Plasma deck, I like to do 2 pair and then maybe 4 of a kind as the end game. So Sleepy mentioned like how do we turn the corner in the end game? Maybe that's how we do it. This is now a Cartomancer. Alright. So I could discard if I want. Maybe bonus 4s. Looks good. Yeah, someone said tarot cards as a source of chips. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Hierophant. I don't really think about it that way. I think of it in terms of like, if I can play a higher ranking hand, 4 of a kind has more chips. Because it's 30 chips per Mars card. Buka likes the rocks. I really wish it was easier to get stone cards, because I think stone cards are fun to play around sometimes. Not every time. Alright, snap off the 8, I guess, or the jack. Or maybe we keep the faces. Alright, I think I try to hit the 3 here. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the 9. Nah, never punished. Why would you want more chips when you have stone cards? I guess... So we know... From spamming gold stake speedruns, we know that if you have 900 chips, then that's 200,000 points. And so you can beat the boss with 900 chips 4 times. If you have stone cards, that's only 250. 250 out of the 900 that you need. And you need to play 4 hands, 200,000 points each, right? So if you play 5 stone cards, then you need another 5 stone cards for another hand, and then another 5 stone cards for another hand. What playlists are the tutorials in? If you go to the gold stake lessons, I think like the first 15 videos in the gold stake lessons are like pretty useful. And then definitely over time we get a little bit less yappy. Less informative over time. If you look at my more recent stuff, so like the Completionist plus Zodiac deck, Completionist plus Ghost deck, I don't really explain all of what I'm doing. I'm narrating, I'm saying what I'm doing, but I'm not explaining why I'm doing it. We could drop a 5, we can play the 2 pair. The 2 pair probably wins, and then if it doesn't, we can fish for another one. I think the Balatro 101 videos are good. There's not that many of them. There's only like 4 of them. But they're actually like some deep dive into some useful stuff in the game. So I guess if there's only 4 of them and they're only 10 minutes each, you just do those. The Balatro 101. Thought Terra Merchant was bad most of the time. Why would you think that? Makes you see less jokers. I guess. What jokers are you trying to see? Rental jokers? Is that what you want? Perishable jokers? Is that what you need? Eternal jokers? Is that what you're looking for? Plenty of those. The reason why the tarot cards are important is they enable you to do stuff, score without jokers, which means your jokers are allowed to be bad. Your jokers are allowed to be 3 value generators in ante 4. The only way we make points is with walkie-talkie, that's it. Deck has infinite joker slots. That's one way to put it. That's an option. If we want to, the problem with the stuntman is it makes your tarot cards worse. So you could do that. I guess Cartomancer is not going to stick around very long. Yeah, this makes sense. Alright. So here we go. Now we're down to, we just have walkie-talkie. That's it. Bang. Well, I guess that didn't really work out. Okay. I got a pair of 10s. Could be 10s and 4s like this. Our 2 pairs kind of leveled up, so this should work. Name of the playlist is Gold Stake Lessons. Maybe it's like Gold Stake Play Along Lessons or something like that. Should have lessons in the title. Alright. What was this boss again? This boss is play 5 cards. Alright, so 33 bucks, we can hang him. 7s, we can hang him. The Drizzler's got it. Of course, the Drizzler's got it. Of course. Could be 33 bucks here. Yeah, here's another thing about the tarot merchant. If you have more tarot cards, you will get more money. You will be able to reroll more. So you get less jokers per reroll, but you get to reroll more. You will see more jokers in total by being able to reroll more, by having more money. So you get the same amount of jokers actually in the end, plus all of the whatever tarot cards too. I could use a Fool for Temperance, or yeah, probably that's what we're supposed to do. Strengthen here, and then go Temperance. One more round Cartomancer. Let's save our money. Okay, that's an option. Wasn't strengthening 3 and 9s better? Well, 9s turn into 10s, but we don't care about the 10s forever. We have 9 4s already, so we're gonna play the 4 of a kind 4s soon, or like 5 of a kind 4s. And then the 2 turns into a 3, the 3 turns into a 4. Would be nice to have more lucky 4s. Alright, I'll put it in order for you. I guess if we have walkie-talkie, maybe we want to do 5 instead of 4. Normally we do just 4, but walkie-talkie we could do 5. On the plasma deck, I think 5 of a kind makes more sense. Fool we can hold. Empress we can use, I guess. You always go back in time when you get a chance. Yeah, I would... Here's how I would describe it, is go back in time unless you have a reason not to. And then like 80% of the time you have a reason not to. So most of the time the reason not to is I actually need the hands in order to play 4 pairs and then win with 4 pairs every round. So then I don't go back in time, like 80% of the time. Something like that. Yeah, Temperance is 36 bucks. Alright, so we got money here. We got 2 Arcana packs. So here's the move. Driver's license is not going to happen. We could get the Swashbuckler. That weirdly does something. Don't need lovers. There's a death card. Alright, death card upstairs. You stop rerolling. Wish Flush House was better or easier to do. I think Flush House is relatively easy to do. We see it a lot in Balatro multiplayer. So either those people are crazy, or maybe it's not that hard. I guess those two things can be true at the same time. I could use Justice on the red seal, but I kind of want to make the lucky ones. So... could be Empress on the 3s, as maybe Judgment is better. Alright, we still have a death card upstairs, so I'm going to go Arcana. We did not get the red seal. So you could make a glass 10, you can make a bonus 10. I think I just want the money. Having a suit changer in hand pretty much guarantees a... could be a straight flush, if you want a straight flush. Or it could be a flush house, yeah. Well, the problem with the flush house is you do have to draw the full house first. So it's like 3 queens and then 2 jacks, but you need 2 jacks of clubs in order to do the flush house with clubs. So it's not any full house, but it's like, it's not guaranteed flush house, but it's pretty common. Alright, $10 a little bit expensive for a reroll, so we just go next. We can drop the 5. We can dig for... Probably we just pick up all the 4s. Alright, there we go. Death card. 5 of a kind. I should have copied hack because we can get more lucky activations. Why does everyone do gold stake? What does gold stake change? Gold stake adds these 8 features to the game, all of them making the game more difficult. So imagine you're just playing on the hardest difficulty for prestige and for fun. If the game is too easy, your decisions don't matter. And so by making the game more difficult, then now your decisions matter more. That's the idea. I guess we could have taken Steven. Could be this guy. Stinky! How about nah? We need a rainbow stake. Even harder? Yeah, I guess there are mods that add higher stakes, right? Like Cryptid has higher stakes, I think. A lot of mods do. Anyway. It has to be... It can't be too difficult. Because if it's too difficult, then there's the rage quit factor. And it's like... then your decisions don't matter in a different way. Where it's like, no matter what I do, I just lose. Same but different. Another way you can make the game harder for yourself is speedrun. Yeah. So that's what I do, is I just, if you play faster, then you don't play as thoroughly. That makes it more difficult. Alright, hack is perishable, so we probably take this funky little guy. Let's get funky. We could keep making more bonus cards, I guess. Boss says my spades are going to be debuffed. So... I'm going to go blue lucky. And then we can use the death on that guy. Or... does an unbeatable seed exist? Depends on what you mean. Depends on what you mean. Strengthen this 3, strengthen this other stuff, doesn't matter. Alright. Pyro. That's 40 bucks. Too late to do 8-ball. No burger because we got trading card. Don't need the 6s. Some you wouldn't beat if you didn't have prior knowledge. So, I mean, do we have any restrictions on deck and stake? Because it's definitely possible to lose in the first round. Wheel? 8 and 6. Do I care about this tower? Maybe. Do I care about making a gold card? Maybe not. Do I care about making steel 4s? Not really. What's your least favorite deck? The Nebular deck. Okay. 11 bucks? We could probably afford it. I don't think I need the 4 of a kind though. Oh, whoops. I messed up. Supposed to hang them first, then you draw an extra card. Hello, Fur! Fur, nice to see you on a Saturday. Welcome. What if we make this 4 into gold? Bang. Sleepy likes Nebula deck. Makes decisions more valuable. What do you mean, decisions more valuable? Like the hands you play in early rounds matter more? Maybe. Probably it's going to be a dusk situation. Glass ace. Could be a blue guy. Alright, let me think about it. Probably as much as it pains me. Maybe you don't need the blue guy. Maybe you do this. Do a little time travel. Cool. That's it. So now 10 and 9, hang. Did I get a... I did not get a purple one. Expensive Yuri, sometimes that's just how it be. If Yuri's what you want, sometimes you gotta pay the price. Alright, Arcana packs? Nope. Alright. Blue King. Do one extra blue. We already have a blue 4. Do want a second blue one. I guess 34 cards in the deck. I'm willing to do it. Foil card would go crazy. Yeah. Does he read the YouTube chat? No. Never. Except for yesterday, someone said something really gross, and so I did have to smite them. Or was that 2 days ago or something like that? Alright, could be 4 here. Bang. That was yesterday. And then they had the audacity to like, oh, we got smited on YouTube, now we gotta go to Twitch. Because maybe he didn't see it. And they just reposted the same thing. We got to smite him twice. Sam Rolkin. Thank you for the 6 months. Sometimes nice to smite twice. They did it in both chats? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Ah, man, maybe we're supposed to take the gold seal. Oh, well. Blackboard. Ding double. May I ask what they said? You can ask, but I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, hit him with one of these. Kirsten, hello! Bang. The Drizzler's got... Finished the chicken nuggets. The Drizzler's on full alert. Don't be acting a fool. We have hammers. We will use all the hammers. Boss says we lose money. Beans. You don't like the blue dusk? I guess art is not for everybody. That's okay. It's okay to not like it. Bang. If you re-trigger a red seal, shouldn't it be 4 times and not 3? Why? The re-trigger is 1 additional time. This says re-trigger. They all say re-trigger. So re-trigger means again, and then again 1 more, and then again 1 more, and then again 1 more. Look, Caboose, thank you for the super chat on the YouTube side of things. Glad you enjoy the content. Glad you've been getting better at the game. Glad you've been achieving your own goals in the game. Major League Balatro is a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun for me to play the game with my buds. The fact that you get to watch it and have fun too, that's nice, I guess. Are we at the point where we start making the glass fours? Maybe glass 4 here? Here's the thing, team. Being a hater takes energy. I ain't got the energy for that. Uma Musume, I got infinite energy. Don't know how anyone has the energy to be a hater. I don't know how tech does it. Being a doubter makes you rich. Tech is an oil baron. I guess we could copy the blue one, but maybe copying the glass one's kind of fun. Temperance. Yeah. Alright, here's another tip. Here's a free tip. Just the tip. If you want to get better at Gold Stake Balatro, take the Eternal Egg. If you want to get better at Gold Stake Balatro, ask people why. Why they take the Eternal Egg. That's part of it. You gotta ask them why. Alright, bang. Avalios knows why. Just wanted to ask. Just wanted to be part of the club. So you can onk it 12 times. Tech, that's the correct answer. What does he win? He's already won everything. There's nothing more that he can win. Alright, trading card, also eternal. Alright. Queen and 3. Little caboose, I was told to ask. Yep. Dang, is this worth 50 bucks? I guess. Money's always the answer. Is it ever not the answer? What if we... Bang, we did it. Alright, cool. Alright, ka-chow. What's the lowest card deck that we've gotten to? We've gotten to 0 before. We've gotten it to where on the final boss we play 3 of a kind. Our last 3 cards, all 3 of them break. We've done that before. Absolute cinema. Not this glass 4. We got other glass 4s. Is this fool gonna be Planet X, maybe? Alright. So we can snap off the ace. And then... maybe something like that. I think we're ready to do Chariot. I mean, we don't have to hold on to it, but seems like a sensible thing to do. I don't know if this fool's gonna make it. Bummer. Okay. What's this? 14? It seems unlikely. But maybe. Oh. Never mind. What am I talking about? It's fine. Alright, so I don't need this ace. Got a little lost in the sauce. I forgot what ante we're in. Dang. If you want to win plasma, just go glass and then re-triggers. Yeah, that's the tech. Just go blueprint brainstorm, that'll do it. How do you know when to reroll? Vibes. 100% vibes. Boss says random jonkler disabled. What if our jonklers get disabled? Do we have seed money? We do. So maybe you don't reroll? I guess we probably could guarantee the blue seal draw if we tried harder. Oh well. Do something like that. Trading card is eternal? True. Real and valid. What's the value of the egg? It's a nice amount. Huh. Funny. I guess we have a 2. That 2 is not going to become a 4, is it? There's no way. I guess I could stone a king. What sticker do I hate the least? Then I have to figure out which ones I hate the most. I think Eternals are the most fun. Is that what you mean? I think that Eternals lead to the most interesting decisions and the most interesting gameplay. No speedruns today? Nah, not today. Just chillin'. Okay. So there's a nanner. Could be a reroll. Perishables are annoying. True. $50 or we make a fancy for... Guess we do that. Snap off the king. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. Crunchy. Alright. What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That probably does it, huh? Bummer. Cool. Hey, it's the 25 vertical bars. Welcome back. All right, Anders. Anders, pick a deck. Is it 25? What's 25? We did count. I think it was. Wait, it was 25 or it was 15? Abandoned deck. Alright, cool. Genuinely, what causes the new discovery text? 100%? I don't know. But I think it's if you get an edition on a Joker that you've never had an edition on before. Like if you've never had a foil brainstorm before, then that counts as a discovery. Holographic brainstorm, that counts. Polychrome brainstorm, that counts. New negative, that counts. Because the game used to track that, and there used to be achievements associated with that. But now the game no longer does. That was patched out. Do I think completionist plus plus with no losses is possible on the abandoned deck? I definitely think it's possible. It's definitely way harder than the ghost deck. So the first round is almost always a two-hander. Well, we would need to get a 10 specifically. That's not good. You've been losing about 1 in 3 on the abandoned deck. That seems a little high. Delayed gratification or buffoon pack? Probably we go buffoon pack. It's the classic, we're just looking for molt. This boss, play 5 cards, okay. Mystic Summit, that probably does the thing. Not claiming to be great at the game. That's fair. 100% fair. Alright, so you could take Northern Lion here for money. You could take Mystic Summit. It's non-perishable. I think non-perishable, you're supposed to take Mystic Summit. I think we don't get punished for not taking the egg. Obviously, if you take the egg, you have a more powerful run. But maybe the run doesn't need to be that powerful. Today's runs are kind of rigged. Yeah, I guess Mystic Summit and then... Could be Smiley Face, could be Superposition. Superposition on the abandoned deck is very real. Especially with Mystic Summit. Win in 1? That's real. Alright. Oh. Okay. That's tech, I guess. Oh. I mean, that's an option. Ah. Alright, throwing away the 6s is legitimately spooky. We don't get to square up. It's okay if we don't square up for a couple rounds because we just want to save our money anyway. Temperance here is... We go shop first. Do we want a zany joker? Do we want plutonium? Do we care about standard packs? I think no on standard packs. Okay. Okay. Huh. And then pair out. Should have played high card. Fool for a temperance. We can hold the fool. Huh. Could be a death card. C++, but stake sticker to count Joker needs to be held for 3 rounds. Oh, you can't just pick them up in the end? I feel like it's not that much different. Maybe 3 rounds is not a very high bar. So we can hang him and then we can use the Fool to hang him again. We could use Death here to make another ace. Huh. Maybe it's a steel ace. If we got these, do we need the Celestial Pack? Maybe we don't need the Celestial Pack. Just go next. Alright. So 3 10s. And then discard. And then didn't get the 4, that's okay. We could play pair of 5s. There's the 4. We can hang the 6s. That's slightly dubious. Not the craziest thing we've ever done, but slightly dubious for sure. Alright. I don't know if I don't think I was supposed to hold the hallucination. Extra discard. 36 cards in the deck. We win? Is that what that means? Could be a purple 5 instead of a gold 7. Are we speed running? Not really. Do I care about justice? Maybe could be justice on the purple 5. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Alright. Should be able to win with just 1 straight now that we have Crazy Joker. Fool for justice. I might be able to play more than 1 straight. We might pair out. Okay. Why purple on glass? If you get a death card, what card are you copying? You're copying purple. If you copy the purple, I would rather it be glass than it be not glass. Glass cards early, what do you do with them? You discard them so that they don't break. So you turn your purple seals into glass because you discard them so that they don't break. For sure we need to discard first. There's 3s in the deck. Makes sense. Yeah, thanks for asking. Judgments. Interesante. Could be fool for another judgment. Probably we save it in case of a hermit, I guess. I think the gelato here is very reasonable. So I'm gonna try a buffoon pack first. What if death only copies enhancement and addition but not seal? Then it would be more balanced, but more balanced doesn't necessarily mean more fun. Also, it makes it more complicated. If you have to describe all of the caveats, so it copies this but it doesn't copy that. Wool here we don't need. Alright. To be fair, saying that Raffle viewers are a little bit stinky is a little bit of a stinky attitude to have. Maybe you're the stinky one. Maybe you're coming here spreading that stinky attitude. Sucks to suck. Hermie, I guess. I think no matter where you go on the internet, there are people gonna act stinky. And even then, sometimes it's just everybody capable of acting stinky sometimes. No one's perfect 100% of the time. I really want to get out of this Mystic Summit. Maybe we do it now. Maybe we drop Mystic Summit for Drunkard. Maybe that's the vibe. I guess you might tell me to get rid of the square, and I would tell you, never. Even though Devious Joker is right there, never. Even though you could have a bus, never. Okay, maybe bus. Fine. You got me. Okay, now let's get some fives. Imagine if we had a bus. I'm imagining it. Yeah, it's important to remember, you know, sometimes your friends be acting stinky sometimes too, but they're still people. Even if you do a stinky thing one time, you're still a person. And that's why it's even more important to call your friends out on being a little stinky sometimes. And if you got friends who can't take the criticism, then that's kind of stinky attitude too. We could make a rock, I guess. Uka likes putting gold cards on the purple seal. Sometimes you run out of discards and then the card is still useful. Yeah, it could go either way. It could go any way. Sam, thank you for the bits. You like how all the Balatro creators are pals? It is pretty sweet. I guess it makes my job pretty easy. Everyone being kind to each other. Good morning, Japan. I forgot we got the purple one. Huh. So I guess we could do that one. Bummer. We're out, I guess. Does Rayron count as a Balatro creator? I don't know. Does he make Balatro content? You know, obviously that's not his main hustle. Good luck, Sleepy. Good luck with your work. Yeah, Raren and Raffle just did a video together where it's multiplayer, and the shop has only Arcana packs. Arcana here, Arcana there, Arcana again, Arcana again. Sometimes Mega, sometimes Jumbo, but it's all Arcana packs. Doesn't that sound exciting? Alright, are we... 37 cards in the deck? Is it 4 of a kind time? Doc is an Uma Musume creator, primarily, yeah. In terms of hours, that's #1. Man, I really want to hold this full for a death card, but greedy, obviously. How many 10s we got? You want to have more 10s or you want to have more 5s? I guess we could do something like this. Strength and then Hermie. If we do that, we go gold 10. My popcorn is not going to last forever. Could be that guy. Okay. Alright, so we do need the straights for the crazy Joker. I the next hand we play wins. Can we get a 5 maybe? We could, but it's a Glacius 5. Do we care about a Glacius 5? Seems alright. Cool. Four of a kind. 10s and 5s. Alright. What do you mean by greedy? Sometimes we say that about money, sometimes we say that about opening booster packs. Yeah, so let's say you only have 20 bucks, right? And there's a standard pack. Standard pack costs $4, you got 20 bucks. If the standard pack doesn't have a value generator, you not only do you lose the $4, but you also lose a lot of momentum. You lose interest, and interest snowballs. So whatever money you lose, it's a compounding problem. So actually, instead of losing $4, you actually lose like $8 or whatever. And if you, of course, if you get the value generator, gold card, gold seal, blue seal, then you're rewarded, right? So that's what it means, greedy. Could be more glass cards. Against the boss here, popcorn's fine. Moon we don't care about. Yeah, it could also be like, I'm trying to discard to get certain value. And then maybe it's risky. Certain things are risky to go for. I think we do 4s and 5s and we turn the 4s into 5s. Instead of making glass, we can make the lucky cards. Don't need Luchador. Purple we can discard. Temperance is 15, that's good. Bang. Alright, so we don't need the steel ace. We can do lucky ace, lucky 2, I guess. Or we can wait. I'm trying to hit the 4. He didn't hit the 4, so are we good? We actually don't have any more 4s. That's not good. Alright, bang. Okay. We could play 2s with the rocks. I wasn't really paying attention to what cards were in my deck. That works. Bang. Cool. We'll pay better attention next time. Maybe. 37 cards in the deck. This boss, we lose money. Alright. At least 5 cards in the deck. Yeah. Paradolia doesn't work here. Could be the runner. Maybe it's too late for the runner. Maybe it's Onyx Agate. Should be fine without Onyx Agate and maybe no popcorn. Alright. So, ideas. We have extra hand size. We also have extra 5s in the deck. So let's try this. Don't need the 10, don't need this 3, probably. $13 cards, alright. Alright. 3 9s and a rock. Alright. Don't play the glass one because it might break. Cool. It might be Zany Joker, but it is perishable. Yeah, maybe Runner's not the move. 5 of clubs probably works though. There we go. This is a straight, but it doesn't have a 2. So I guess we can play the 9s. Playing a 2 is, or sorry, playing a 5 is slightly greedy. Because we only have not that many 5s. Alright, now we're chilling. So in that case, I'm going to strengthen my 9s. Okay. So I don't need these 5s anymore. One more 9 in the deck. Sure. I can play the 7s? No. Do the 9s. Alright. Gold 10, I guess. Bang. So could be a Chad. Chad works with Todd. Chad works with glass cards and bonus cards. Blue Seal King. Blue Seal King seems reasonable. Could be another 5. We have 10s. We could do 10s and 5s. Okay, so now we have to decide. Do we want to take the order? Probably not. If we don't take the order, are we keeping the square? Also probably not. I guess the square is good with the bus. Maybe no Wily Joker. Maybe that's better. No Midas Mask here. Fortune Teller is 35. That's gross. I'd rather not. I would really rather not. Okay. In that case, we could square up if we want to. We don't have to. True. I guess I drop the ace. Okay. Still trying to do the 5s. I don't care that much about the 10s. This is not good. I should drop the 10s. $17 cards? Alright. Time to square up. So we do win, right? Like we get 10k per hand. Pair the 7s. Lucky 5. That's it. Four of a kind with superposition is very awkward, I will admit it. I guess we already have a purple 5. Maybe we go purple 10 now. I don't think the red seal 10 is like really important. I like the idea of purple 10. Temperance for 15 or 2 tarot cards. I actually value 2 tarot cards more than 15 bucks. We missed. Oh well. Alright. Ace high straight. I forgot about the Chad. Could have done the lucky card. Maybe we have another chance. Could be lucky 10s instead of the 5s. There's the purple. Stars shouldn't matter. So we'll just sell it. Alright. I guess I don't need this many 10s. We just need 4 of the 10s, and then we need to draw the blue seal. Pair of 3s. Yes. No blue seal. Bummer. Should have chatted the lucky one. I know. I know, you know. Shiny? I guess we already have the glass one, so maybe that one doesn't matter. Could be a red seal 9 you could turn into a 10. Maybe. Could be a gold 5. Maybe you take a 5 just to be safe. 40 cards. Nah, we shouldn't. Alright. The correct buff for superposition is make it always give you Emperor. I think that would be cool and fun. And thematic. Don't forget thematic. Do shiny rocks count as diamonds? Not natively, no. Could be a hiker. Instead of the square, you would give up the square here? You would. Ooh, certificate's tempting. I think we're good. Why not use the star to grow the fortune teller? Because it costs $3 to get 1 molt. 1 molt, which isn't going to matter in the end. Because we're going to turn everything into glass anyway. Dang. Alright, so slightly dubious. I think this 4 of a kind might not even win, actually. But that's okay. Throw away the 3 here. Definitely the plus 20 helps. Okay. Purple we can discard. And then I guess I'm looking for a 4, something like that. So that's not great. I can pair the 4s, throwing away a 2. There's a foil king. Okay. That's not great. I discarded the too many 5s. Whoops. The 2 pair is not good. Here's what we could do. We could do, so if I do 2 pair versus, I do have a bonus. Sorry, Fancy King. Probably it wants to be a full house, but then we miss out on the rock. Maybe I want to play the rock. Maybe I do this. And then we go... do that. Rock in front. Bummer. Should have paid more attention to what was in the deck. You're supposed to play the glass 5 there. The glass, the 4 of a kind with the glass 5 wins. But I discarded the 5s. Played the straight. Straight was greedy. Oh well. Try Ghost Egg. That's not quite it. Bummer. I was going to debuff my spades. 3-hander in the first round. Could be one of those. Alright. Hearts first. That's not good. Alright. Pair of 3s into a 2-pair does win. Cryptid for the 3 of a kind also wins. So it's just... what's the best 2-pair that we can get? We could get jacks and 9s. That's it. The flush is not easily possible, so it's jacks and 9s. You could also get a 10. Jacks and 7s. 100 points? Sure. There you go. Oh no, we can't afford the flower pot. Bummer. Could be one of those guys. Probably we go for the clubs as a flush. That's not good. Bang. Cool. Clever Joker. Standard pack. Standard pack first. Probably it's supposed to be a blue 3. Probably. Can we make that work? Yes. I'm saving Cryptid for something like this. So either we use it on the jacks or we use it on the 3. Probably you're supposed to take the 3. So now spades. Bang. And then Probably supposed to keep the 5 of clubs because you already used up the spades. But we get the kings. No blue seal, that's okay. Priestess. Probably Saturn is a good move here. We have polychrome, we can win with a straight. So... that's not good. Queen high straight doesn't win. Oh. Okay, I guess. $6. Cloud 9 gives us money. That's tempting. Bosses discard random cards. I'm gonna go standard pack here because we have cryptid. Maybe take a 6, maybe take a 3. And then we make a bunch of 3s. I like that idea. Yeah, I guess superposition we can hold on to it for 1 round. Alright. Can we get the 3? Can we get a straight? Queen high straight. Not the 3s I'm looking for. So we can throw the 2s. This wins. I guess superposition didn't work out. That's okay. Cloud 9 is profitable. Got very little money. Okay, so we are getting to the point where using cryptid on the 4 of a kind doesn't immediately win. I don't mind the idea of taking a reroll here. Could use some money. I think Arcana pack does kind of the same thing. You go Arcana into cryptid. In the next round we could play 2 straights. That's another option. Could try superposition again. That's not great. We're never gonna get this blue seal. Oh no. Well, the straight is an option. Okay. We get another straight off of a 7 or a 2. Could be a full house instead. And then cryptid gives us another full house if we need it, because we will. Okay. This flush with hologram doesn't win. We did not draw a pair, so we can't do a full house. Dang. Elusive blue seal. So if we had a pair, you go lovers and then cryptid gives you a flush house. This loses. You can use cryptid to copy the ace, but it loses either way. Dang. Sucks. Emergency cryptid for X-Mult? Oh, on the hologram? Yeah, that might have worked. I didn't feel like working it out. This 4 doesn't win. Oh well. Madness. Let's do it. Could be a 5 or a 9. Or it could be a flush instead, I guess. That's an option. Could be a 10 high flush. Hello, Crash. Welcome. Madness. Yeah, I think that's good enough for right now. Can we get the clubs here? Bang. What's the 56 out of 56 at the bottom of the defeat screen? I don't know. It has something to do with the Ankh mod that adds the timer to the game. Alright. I probably want Jupiter. I could take Buffoon Pack first. So, could be photograph, certificate. I guess if you get the credit card, you could open the other Buffoon Pack. But then we're in debt. Could be one of those. Interesante. Okay. So, credit card goes away. We take wasteful voucher. Why take the eternal egg? Because we want money. Alright, with this we should be chilling. What was the boss? Boss was diamonds. Okay. I guess hearts or diamonds doesn't really matter. Could be a straight. This is 6 times. Sad. That's it. That'd be nice. Bummer. Because we took the extra discard. Oh well. Can't do a mime. Hearts, I guess? Still hearts instead of diamonds? Dang. Could be faceless against the boss. I think we take Arcana. Bummer. Okay. Hearts or diamonds? Could be either. Let's try hearts. Beans. That's not good. They're in there. Alright. We lost all our money. Judgment gives me sadness. Chariot is unnecessary. There's a buffoon tag. I think we don't take standard pack. Diamonds here should be okay. Next round is going to be two hands. No, we use a chariot and then it's fine. Could be greedy joker here. Arcana first. Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be greedy joker. This boss says face down after played. Could be gold seal, could be purple. I guess between the two of those, the purple's probably more valuable. Maybe go purple Queen of Hearts. Turn it into a King of Diamonds. Maybe. This works. Not glorious though. How's the stream going? Pretty alright. Nothing too crazy today. What a gold 10. I think the steel card's not necessary yet. No Ecto, no Andrew. Well, face down after play. Maybe you take Andrew for one round. That seems expensive. So we do have a credit card. Okay. Boss reroll probably fine. Probably standard pack is too expensive, if I had to guess. So we can beat this boss with a suit sword, it's fine. I guess I could play this flush. We just get the diamonds flush. Okay. Something like that. Alright. Now we should be chilling. Should be pretty straightforward. So Lucky Queen Holographic Jack could be more diamonds. Just more diamonds. Maybe that's okay. Boss says my diamonds are debuffed. That's not good. But maybe the chariot's okay. Neptune probably doesn't matter. I guess surely it's fine. Alright. We can reroll the boss if we want to. So, of all of the diamonds in the deck, we only have 2 that are face cards. That's an important consideration. -5 on the madness already? Okay. Jupiter works. That's it. That's a suspicious lack of diamonds. Have I played the Balatrotl today? I haven't played any Balatrotl. So, no, not today. I guess I'd like to get 1 more diamond. There we go. Did I see that they did an IRL Umumusume run in Chile? I did see that exists, but I didn't see it myself. I think I want this purple. Popcorn's okay for 1 round, actually. Could be duo here. Duo is awkward with flushes, but maybe we don't have to do flushes forever. Probably we stay in diamonds, though. What if we go clubs? That's a flush. Call you when we pivot. Could be a while, actually. Full for Jupiter here, or do we just make more diamonds? I think make diamonds is the correct move. Boss says limited discards. Yeah, I think it's just diamonds. Maybe something like this. Instead of a fool. Are we speedrunning 15 decks? Nope. Gold Seal 10 is tempting. But it's not diamonds. I think I'm supposed to not take it. Boss is the serpent, yeah. You remember me from stream yesterday? To be completely honest, not really. If we're just out here being honest. Carm B, sorry I missed it. Carm B, thank you for the 4 months. Cass, thank you for the 25 months. And CTC, thank you for the tier 1 sub. There are a lot of chatters. What are we doing today? Just relaxing. Playing some Gold Stake Balatra. Not fast today. This guy. Not entirely unreasonable here. I mean, it makes sense with madness. I'm not going to, but it makes sense. You should do it. You should do it so I don't have to. Crisis averted. All right. I need the face cards and diamonds. That's not good. I don't want a moon. No, face cards and diamonds? That's not good. How badly do we need the ×2? Kind of badly, I guess. So... there it is. Cool. That does the thing. King over here. $50. Nice. Blue Joker, no. Wrathful, also no. Magician, maybe. To-do list on flush? No. That guy is non-eternal. Bummer. Troubadour is kind of interesting. I kind of like it. As a rental? Does the doc speak Spanish? No. Flush houses possible. Lovers? That helps. There's a purple 3. So I can use the magician here, I guess. Wild King. No, that's fine. Any custom Joker art you like? We've got a ton of them for the Balatri University themed mod. So like this one, the Troubadour, for example. That's a cool one. I mean, they're all pretty cool. We got Fibonacci. We got Kai as the runner. Got the blue-haired vampire. Hit the Road is pretty good. We got the Australian Hit the Road. Is the Outback Hit the Road? Alright, Jack on the back. What happened to Dynasty? Dynasty just, I don't know. Not everyone plays the game anymore, and so they stopped playing the game. So they got busy with stuff. It's not complicated. Am I trying to do the straight flush? With 52 cards, that seems not like what we want to do. Okay, could be death for more purple, but then we don't get the lucky jack. I think we do copy purple. I think that's fine. It is pretty late though. Maybe you're not supposed to do that. For sure we hang them here though. That's easy. Would I take an ectoplasm? Now I would. Before we had the Troubadour, I wouldn't. Alright, there's 2 purples in the deck. I might need 2 flushes. So discard purple. There's a death card. So this should be fine. We have a steel card. This could win. Alright, with the steel card, it wins the next round. It doesn't win, and then you copy the steel card, or you play 2 flushes. Jupiter helps. Jupiter or Mars? Probably still Jupiter. What kind of 4 of a kind do we have? We don't have 4 of a kind. All right. Maybe I'm supposed to discard the purple first. Alright, we didn't get the steel card. So we gotta play 2 hands. And that's probably okay. Sorry, someone asked this earlier. How do you beat black deck? One way is to play the game more, practice more, get better at the game. You'll win eventually. If you don't have the patience for that, you can make it easier for yourself by restarting until you get an investment tag. Investment tag, that's the one that gives you 25 bucks. That mostly takes away the hard part. Fancy 9, Fancy King. Both of these are alright, I guess. Riff Raff on the black deck? Riff Raff definitely works on the black deck. I guess the question is like, how easy is it to get Riff Raff? Does it take 5 minutes of restarting to get Riff Raff specifically? Does it take 20 minutes of restarting? But yeah, usually investment tag is enough. This boss discards random stuff. I'm interested in these, but maybe it's too late. Maybe the diamonds are not going to happen. Maybe making the diamonds still kind of matters. Alright, let's light them up. So could be red seal on the 10 and then you turn it into a jack. Could be red seal on the jack and then you turn it into diamonds. We don't have that many hearts. So maybe you even go... Let's try red seal on the 10. Because at least it's a gold card. There's a bull. Which we don't have room for anyway. Bummer. That's it. Purple here. Justice. Glass 7 is probably fine. I guess you could turn the purple seal into glass. Maybe it's too late for that. Fool for justice again. Huh. I guess if we make 2 glass cards, that's probably pretty good. Purple 10, I guess. Don't need judgment. That's it. Anti-8. At the end already? No, there's no room. Well, not safely anyway. Cryptid is interesting. The flush house is still better than the flush if we just want a flush house. Could be death on the 7. Cryptid on the 4. I guess you could just go to the boss. We ride. All right. Save a discard. Do I want to play 3 glass cards? We probably don't need 3 of them. There's the red seal. Bummer. Madness is at ×8. Purple seal just a little bit too late. Yeah, maybe you don't need that many glass ones. Probably a steel 5. We don't have that many. You could go Seltzer instead of Madness. Seltzer, and then you just play the glass flush. I have not personally interacted with an atomic baby, no. Okay. Maybe the order doesn't super matter. Purple kind of works against this boss, I guess. Huh. Don't have room. No 5. Get out of here. Chariot doesn't work. Glass 7. Bang. Cool. We can queue up one more, I guess. A black deck. Person wants checky decky. Do a cheeky black deck. Opinions on babies. I think a lot of people got babies, and a lot of people think their baby is special. And I think I mostly don't think about other people's babies. People ask me how I feel about that, and I say, I don't feel about that. Huh. It's an option. You could do it. You'd have to rebate the 8s, though. That's... So... You could do 10s and 9s. You could do 7s and 5s. And then you just get a flush. Hearts or spades? That's not good. The spades are not going to happen. King is not going to happen. Wow. Alright, go next. Okay. Hold. Okay. What's the boss? Okay. We could do that. All right. Kind of works. Sorry, what did you... Calling me a coward? For not taking Grimbo? Oh, Grimbo. I see. Eternal. Ah, he's gotta hide. He's gotta protect himself. I see. Someone's gonna come for him one day. Alright, if you want to be black deck, this is a way to do it. Just get 6 jokers. That's an option. Huh. To-do list. So, real talk, you're supposed to do this. Jolly plus Todd. Huh. Could be one of those. It's not greed. We got Todd and we have Jolly Joker. You get 700 points per hand. You just play 2 hands, it's over. Alright. This is one way that you could win on black deck. Let's do another example. Bad example. Bad example. Pair of threes. Bang. Alright, $5. Can't take hologram. Get the golden guy instead. Alright. So hearts flush. That makes sense. Pair the tens is acceptable. It does mean we need 2 pair now. We didn't get the flush. Rats. No hearts in the deck. Rip. Not enough hands. Not enough flush. Bummer. That's kind of how it goes when you play on black deck. That one hand makes a world of difference. Alright, we probably do clubs and keep the jack. We have partial clubs. And should probably go for clubs now. Beans. We threw away the jack, so probably we should stay on the clubs. This is another way you could win. Probably probably you do this. Rental red card. And then you get the pants. Could be. Could be superposition. Foil plus pants. Huh. Alright. We already have +4. Beans. Looks like an obelisk run. It is leaning in that direction. Okay. 10s and 5s. Bang. So we did 10s and 5s already. We could try to get the 9. Rats. 500 points already per hand. Matador. That probably doesn't do anything. So you could sell Matador, take Buffoon pack. Matador is probably worth selling. If it's not immediately useful. Fist and Huesos do the same thing. Bummer. We need to save up money. Okay. Okay. So there's a walkie-talkie in the shop. We could do a fancy 4 if we want to do some fancy Something fancy. Maybe you go red seal 9. I guess we want to do the fist, so maybe you go red seal 9. Maybe you don't buy the walkie-talkie if you don't need to buy the walkie-talkie. Okay. 9s and 8s. Tens and 3s. Queens and 10s. 2 pair in case we get supernova. That's it. We don't have any value generation though. I guess you could be doing superposition. Pair of kings, I guess. This run is not very exciting. Boss has no repeat hand types. Alright, that's fine. Lestoy. Twos. And 5s. Yeah, maybe if we're just chilling, we don't try that hard. That guy again? Huh. Our slots are already full, I guess. Keep the 7 for seeing double. Rats. 26 on the pants already? Strengthen the 9. If we do the 9, we could do the queen. Sure. 10s and kings. Sure, that seems fine. Hello, Plager. If we play this 2 pair, not going to be able to play 2 pair again. That's fine. So now we can do a pair of 8s. Now we could do king high straight. After throwing away the low cards. Throw away the 4. Well, not the best. Okay. I guess we could have sold Lusty there for an extra $1 of interest. Golden Joker, standard pack. Red Seal Ace. Could take another king, just have a king. Wild King for seeing double. Northern Lion has a couple more rounds, but maybe I'm interested in this Golden Joker. Maybe too late for 8-ball. Okay. This doesn't have seeing double. It's only 5,000. Okay, and then this one wins. Alright, but the problem is our scaling is not very good because for the first 10 rounds we didn't have any money. But you could take a stencil is pretty chill. I'm light on nines, I'm light on queens. So maybe 9 and queen here, we hang them. Instead of making a gold card. I guess gold card would be really nice. I guess we could do it. And then here, nines and queens. So this young man is not as nice, but maybe that's okay. Maybe ace and 4 we can hang him. Yeah, I think we're supposed to take the stencil. How much weight is this? Superposition's doing kind of a lot. Okay. So sell fist is valid. What about sell golden joker? Maybe not yet. Maybe not necessary yet. Okay. Kings and queens. I guess we can play a full house. It doesn't have to be 2 pair. Okay. Aces and 10s wins. Could be aces and jacks. $18K for 2 pair. We could beat the boss. We do 3 of those. Earth card helps. And alright, we need to do the occasional full house, I guess. This boss could be a little bit spooky. If we play this 2 pair, can we still get there? Probably not. That's not good. I can play this. Losing the king of clubs is really bad. That's not good. So this works, but we're not going to get the 2 pair here. So you sell golden joker. But then we have to ditch the ace here. And we have to draw a 5. It doesn't have to be, it's just any hand. So we just play high card here because of the foil. Sniped. Nice. Too late for the boot. We don't have room for Northern Lion. Probably you actually want a wild king because of seeing double. Boss is playing only one type of hand. Alright, so this is money, but we probably can't take that skip. This is a gold ace. Have we seen the club's boss? I don't think so. Why is the timer there? Just cause. What timer? Lovers helps. All right. Come around stencil. Mirrored helps with helps with seeing double, but it makes stencil worse. Chad does nothing. I guess you could take blue instead of superposition. But it's not that much different. And then you lose the ability to sell the superposition later. So probably faceless. Okay. Twos and queens. Unlucky. That's not good. We can't play a full house. Which means this is not enough. Rats. How do we hit? We hit 60k one round. We must have played the full house. That must have been the difference. Here we need a king. Could be Jack and 10 like that. There we go. It doesn't win, but there you go. Needed the full house. Yeah. Yeah, typical black deck. If you just have one more hand, then you're fine. In the early game, we were really struggling on money. Yeah, I think the most important thing is just like snowballing that early econ. And so like $1 extra per round, and then that turns into interest, and then that turns into being able to open booster packs to pick up more value generators. So obviously here, okay, it's harder on the black deck when you have one fewer hands, but also just in general on gold stake. You want that as soon as you stabilize in the early game, as soon as you have a solid scoring plan, then stop spending money. Spend as little as you can for as long as you can to save up as much as you can. Even with the pants, black deck maybe not so chill. Yeah. Alright folks, that's going to be it for Balatro today. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I'm going to send you over to Dolly. I believe Dolly is still live. Trying to raise money for a new album. I think that's what I heard. Dolly Subathon. I'll be back Tuesday. At the latest, it'll be Tuesday. Could be before then, but definitely Tuesday. More Gold Stake speedruns on Tuesday at the usual time. 4 p.m. Central. Maybe special guest appearance on Dolly's stream. Yeah, if Kai's awake. Maybe Unseen Explosion 2 on Dolly.